The House will come to order. Good day, everyone. I am pleased to welcome you to the Readings and Philippine History Debate 2022 with the theme Historical Controversies, the Retraction of Rizal. On behalf of the House, I welcome the educator for this day, Judge Micaela Sambalik. So, sitting on my right side is the affirmative team, while sitting on my left side is the opposition team. For our motion, this House believes that the acts of Jose Rizal before the said execution have caused renouncement in Masonry and retraction against the Catholic Church. Starting off with the first speaker of the affirmative team, Juford Sincol. Sincol, you may now defend the motion.
Good day. We, the affirmative team, believe that Rizal didn't actually retracted. There are two witnesses who stated that Rizal didn't retract. These people are Baron Fernandez and Manuel Morato. Baron Fernandez is a Spanish orphan who discovered the eyewitnesses' accounts of the retraction from the repertories or collection of Spain's dirty secrets. According to a site where we got this information, he found 34 documents including handwritten letters, telegrams, and military documents. Alongside, this is the fake manuscript that Rizal had written before the day of his execution. He said that he has documents stating that before Rizal faced death, he told his sister Narcisa to look inside his shoes before he had left a letter. And according to Fernandez, that letter could only be denial of his retraction because Rizal knew that friars are misleading the Filipinos and he wanted to set the record straight. Meanwhile, Manuel Morato had an exposed or report of their facts about something, especially scandalous. He rightfully brought Fernandez documents, Morato said in his letter and published in a clerico-fascist newspaper at the time. Morato confirmed no Rizal never retracted, although the fake retraction was published by friars. Then he still sadly peddled in the mosque school, but that is not true. Both Morato and Fernandez have documents to prove that Rizal was in Dapitan. He allowed to go to Cebu with Josephine Bracken and Archbishop of Cebu. At the time, tried to dangle marriage and coax him to retract. There are also three claims in which undermine the belief that Rizal retracted by Mr. Pal. First is that the document of retraction were kept secret. But exception of the one person, only one saw the original. Secondly, when the family of Rizal asked for the original copy of the set of document or a copy of alleged letter, the petition was denied. And lastly, Rizal's buried were kept secret. In addition, with these claims, no masses were said for his soul or funeral held by Catholics, notwithstanding the claim that Rizal was reconciled with the church. He was not buried in a Catholic cemetery in Paco, but in the ground, and the entry of the book of burials of the internet of Rizal's body is not made on the page with those burials. If Rizal retracted, he would not been executed, but he was executed. Therefore, Rizal did not retract. He would not have been an example for the cause of the friars. He would have been given a decent Christian burial, not buried like a dead dog outside Paco Cemetery.
Thank you, Sincol. Now for the first speaker of the opposing team, Hermina Aquilin. You may now rebut the previous statement and provide the constructive for your side.
Good day, everyone. This is the first argument. We, the opposing team, believe that the Rizal renounced missionary and retracted his statements against the Catholic Church. There are different evidence gathered that Rizal actually retracted, saying that he withdrew his statements about the Catholic Church. Firstly, the actual manuscript he had written from the book, we got the information stating that he declared himself as a Catholic, and with this religion he wished to live and die. He also stated that he retracted with all his heart whatever his work, writings, publication, and conduct has been contrary to his status as son of the Catholic Church. Alongside this statement, he used permission to diocesan prelate to publicize his spontaneous manipulation in order to repair the scandal that he may have caused. He signed this letter in Manila on the 29th of December 1896. With the witness Juan del Freno, the chief of the picket, Eloy More, the adjutant of Plaza. The second evidence that we have found are the testimonies of the press. There are 5 reports that has published, namely the Diario de Manila, La Voz Espanola, El Español, El Comerciana, and La Oceana Espanola. These media seems to have different details in it, but they unanimously state that they actually react. Third evidence are the eyewitnesses of the actual trial of Rizal retraction case. There are 13 eyewitnesses who claim that Rizal retracted.
We would like to thank the first speaker of the opposition team. Now let us call the second speaker of the affirmative team, Ian Walter Berangel.
Good day everyone, this is our second argument. We believe that the said document we forged according to an online source, Jose Rizal, maintained by Jose Rizal University. The pack of document forgery was revealed by Balaguer himself. Mr. Balaguer said that he could remember those exact copy was the document and even POP could verify it in his own statements. The copy of the retraction paper that was said to be signed by Rizal was even kept secret and was only published in newspaper who claim to have seen and read when Rizal family requested for the original copy. It was said that it was lost. 39 years later, the original copy was found in the Arctic Ocean orchards. Instead of ending gloves, it only caused more arguments and questions in many people because of significant differences in the text of the retraction document. According to Ricardo Pascual Limon, who was given permission by the Senate to examine the document later concluded in his book Rizal Beyond the Grave that the document presented was a forgery. Moreover, Rizal did present was that retracted Masonry. He only said that he hated Masonry. So how is this a strong evidence of withdrawal and retraction? If you say that Rizal was really in retraction, how come was still executed? Was in the retraction enough for salvation for Rizal?
I would like to thank the second speaker of the affirmative team. Now let us call the second speaker of the opposition team, Abdul Bashri Abilin.
Good day each and everyone, this is our second argument. First of all, Rizal is the reason why we have Roman Catholicism. Even though the Roman Catholicism is a proof that Rizal retracted his words about him against the Roman Catholic. Ibig sabihin nito, ayon sa aking nakalap na impormasyon, isa sa mga dahilan na binawi ni Rizal ang kanyang salaysay patungkol sa mga Espanyol ay ang kanyang pagpalaganap ng Katolismo dito sa Pilipinas. In addition, history books tells most people that the first draft of retraction was sent by Archbishop Bernardino Inouzaledo to Rizal held in Fort Santiago before the night of his execution in Bagumbayan. In addition, the letter of retraction is important document because it tackles the act of marriage between Jose Rizal and Josephine Bracken. In other words, no marriage will be done unless Jose Rizal retracted first. Ayon sa salaysay na ito, isa rin itong ebidensya na binawi nga ni Rizal ang kanyang mga paratang tungkol sa mga Espanyol dahil walang magaganap na kasalan hanggat hindi binabawi ni Rizal ang kanyang mga paratang dahil alam naman nating lahat na si Josephine Bracken ay isang Espanyola.
I would like to thank the second speaker of the opposition team. Now let us call the last speaker of the affirmative team, Namira Ajit. You may now say your final words and conclude your side's argument.
It is surprising that you speak of marriage when in fact there was no document of marriage between Josephine and Rizal. Consequently, a number of Rizal's writing and letters does not mention Josephine as his wife. Correspondingly, Rizal did not even call Josephine wife. His fact, letter of Mi Ultimo Adios, which was the last written text of him before his accusation. In that letter, he said his farewell to her as follow: Adio, advice estajera mi amiga, mi alegra instead of adios, Jose, estajera mi esposa, mi alegra. More so, if Rizal died as a Roman Catholic, as you have argued, then he should have been buried in proper defeated to him. And as for us, it's weird that he was buried in a lot of the Roman Catholic ceremony in Paco, and his name did not appear in the registry for Roman Catholics. In these circumstances, did Rizal really die as a Roman Catholic?
I would like to thank the last speaker of the affirmative team. For the opposition team, Darren Lumasmog, you may also conclude your side's arguments and recite your final words.
I am Damos Magbarendale, and here's my third argument about Rizal's retraction. We, the opposing sides, believes that the forgery of retraction is vague. The letter dated December 29, 1896 was said to have been signed by the national hero himself. According to a testimony of Father Vicente Balaguer, a Jesuit missionary who befriended the hero. During the exile in Dapitan, Rizal accepted a shorter retraction document prepared by the superior of the Jesuit Society in the Philippines by the Father Pio Pai. In conclusion, Rizal accurately abjured Masonry and retracted his affiliation against the Catholic Church. In that case, Rizal fought for those who abuse their religion and the abusive friars, not the Catholic religion itself. The documents presented a statement of people of the eyewitness accounts are enough proof and evidence that Jose Rizal retracted his statements against Catholic Church. That's all.
The debate proper is now over. Thank you all very much for your great arguments. May we now invite both sides to cross the house. Let us now hear what the adjudicator thinks about the performance of our two teams. Judge Micaela Samalik, please give some comments on both teams' performance and the result of today's debate.
Since both sides have already presented their arguments, let me give my remarks for each side. For the affirmative team, they have given the proposition and defined the motion, while the opposition team refuted and negated this motion. As this session, the opposing team presented their proposition and testimonies from eyewitnesses that are involved in the side event. You stood by the reason of Rizal's reaction, which is to marry Josephine Brocken. Through one thing I wanted to question is the existence of the reaction letter. While the affirmative team mentioned about forgery of documents and presented mere critiques, theory, and allegations about the motion, and although presented sources, it seems that it has bias as it came from a school, a favor of Rizal. Therefore, the winner of this debate is opposition team. Regardless of controversy of whatever he created or not, it does not make Jose Rizal less of a hero. It does not devalue him, or he made significant things and writings that opened the eye of many Filipinos. Through him, the naturalism and patriotism of Filipinos were ignited and have now been forever burning.